Landon Donovan, of course, now we're getting in kind of to the history of your career, but at one point, he called you the best soccer player in the United States, and this was right around the time, I mean, kind of, it was almost after 2002 that the nagging injuries seemed to start to take their, begin to take their toll. Have you ever looked back and said, what if I wasn't plagued with injuries? A lot of, the people that follow our show, they're curious about that. Do you ever look back and go, gosh, I wish it would have been different?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Being injured is very frustrating, and especially when you feel like you can go out there and compete and progress and stuff and do what everybody else is doing. So, yeah, that's why I'm studying psychology right now, man. figure that all out. What could have happened differently, or I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know.
I think a lot of
great. It was great. It was positive in general, though. Of course, it's great having that experience. But, yeah.
Yeah, because I think just a lot of people wonder, how do you handle that when that's been something you've been doing and dreaming about since you were 14. It's got to be a tough transition, but injuries seem to start taking their toll, as I said, after the 2002 World Cup. But exactly when were the nature of your injuries? When did it hit you that enough is enough? This isn't going to get any better, and it's time to hang it up. When did that exactly hit you?
Yeah, I was thinking of two things. First, I was always, throughout my whole career, I was injured a lot. So it might have been that people just noticed around 2002 and afterward that I was injured a lot. But throughout my whole career, I had a lot of injuries. Another thing you're saying, when do you kind of hang it up or something? Or I don't know. Someone told me once, it's like a stick, to try to be a little bit mystical. A stick in the river, like water sometimes goes around it and sometimes goes over it. And I think with me, towards the end of my career, it was it was kind of time for me to bend and do something else. I wasn't. I was just beating my head against the wall for too long.
Yeah. We'll get to some quicker ones here because we're almost near our 20-minute mark here. But Germany versus the United States quarterfinals, World Cup 2002. That was a handball, right, on the line? That was a handball.
That was a handball for sure.
Yeah. What made that 2002 team? It's one of those teams that is really, it just kind of warms the cockles of my heart, if you will, because I've been following soccer for so long at that point. I've been following the United States team since '82, and here was the first team to really, in my day and age, go out there and make something happen, get all the way to the quarterfinals. Really could have beat Germany, honestly. What made that team so damn resilient and so successful?
Oh, we had a magic bag in the locker room that was filled with some. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, there's a good combination, I think, of experience and talent, and then we had some luck too. I mean,
yeah,
against even getting out of our pool, and then against Mexico, I think there was a handball in that game as well that didn't get called in our favor. So, yeah. I don't know. Those are just, like you said, kind of the magical moments in sports when things seem to come together, and yeah,
it was.
You enjoy it if you're a supporter of that team. Sure.
Yeah, it was absolutely exciting. And then, of course, came 2006, and of course, everyone blamed Bruce and then Landon for, not living up to his potential, which, in many ways he's come out and said. But you were there. Of course, you were injured through almost all of it. But how did you see the 2006 World Cup kind of unravel?
Yeah, I mean, I think the bad results. We didn't have our kind of the right game mentality in the first game. And after that, you're just trying to dig yourself out of a hole. I think we handled ourselves correctly out of that in the last two games, but didn't manage to get a result against Ghana, which was a tough team. So, yeah, that's kind of how I see that. I think it's tough to kind of. I mean, Landon, as we've seen, can play better than that, but as one player and a collective, and then as a U.S. player, to say it like that, not as not Zidane or something like that. I think it's tough to really put a lot of criticism on him, or even on Bruce. I think Bruce still made a lot of the right choices.
Yeah, and again, Landa did come back. He played, I think, great against Italy. I think the team really pulled together against Italy. I guess the thought being, people seem to be pretty hard on Landon Donovan, and that they're not always very fair, because they don't really realize how hard this guy works. He's been out there busting his ass for playing almost 3 seasons straight. Do you keep in touch with any of your former teammates, maybe even on Ajax as well? And what do you guys talk about?
Well, a lot of my former teammates are still playing, so it's kind of a different thing, I think, when you stop playing. The ones who have stopped, actually, Kyle Martino, who works in the soccer business now, he lives close to me. We hang out a bit. And through him, I'll talk to some players and stuff. But, yeah, you just kind of talk about, like, what are you doing now kind of stuff. And I don't know. There's a lot of, if you're in the soccer world, you're talking a lot about it, usually more than you want to, I think.
Yeah.
So to just add another voice or opinion, I don't see that as my role.
Well, we're certainly happy to drag you out of wherever you were, and it's nice to hear that things are moving forward for you, John, and it'll be great for us to kind of let people know what you're up to and what your plans are. We certainly want to thank you for coming on, and hopefully we didn't take up too much of your time.
No, not at all. Thanks for the questions, and good luck with your program.
I appreciate it, and maybe we'll see you again down the line.
Okay.
All right. Take care, John.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You too.